Hey, good morning everyone. Happy Sunday. Rob here from Southwest Florida Television. A lot calmer out here this morning. 66 degrees right now. Expecting a high of up around 82 this afternoon. Seen a lot of fish jumping right along the shore here already this morning. Are we gonna get lucky and see a dolphin? Never know. Just never know when they're gonna come swimming by. Partly cloudy out here this morning. Slight chance of rain maybe later today. Boy, what a great morning we had yesterday shelling. Wonderful morning. Found some really nice shells. I'm over the north end of Area 2 Beach. We'll walk down to the water. Take a look at the water. This is the first day in 3 days that we'll be able to see what the water looks like without the waves. Boy, those waves had it really churned up. The tide is still coming in here. High tide, I believe, is around 9:30 today. Boy, I'm sure our beach visitors, our beach friends, found some really great stuff yesterday. Some really nice shells. The shelling yesterday was the best it has been in quite a while here at Del Norwigan since we've been battling that red tide. There's a little baby cockle shell down here. It's got some nice little colors. Just a little baby cockle. Turkey wing shell. One of our turkey wings. Very, very appropriate this time of year. I see 4 white ibis up here in front of me. I gotta remember to turn around and look behind me. Keep an eye out for the dolphins. pair of our white ibis. Yeah, it looks like he's got an itch there. Into the shadows he goes. And go join his friends. The white ibis. There's another one up there. There's one more sitting here on the beach. Still west of me. Where'd you go? There you are. You see some of the colors there. You can see his orange beak and legs while the sun's hitting it. Fluffing up for us. Nice out here this morning. A nice change. We've had 3 nice cool mornings, 4 nice cool mornings now. Yesterday it was relatively clear. This morning a little bit on the overcast side. The water temperature is 80 degrees. 80 degrees. Expecting a high here today of 82. There's a little pear whelk, a little baby pear whelk. We saw lots of pear whelks yesterday, lots of lightning whelks on the beach yesterday, lots of moon shells. Oh, yesterday was just a great morning. See if anybody left some shells for me this morning out here, or if they scooped them all up. There's our little white ibis again. The water looks really nice. Still a little cloudy, a little stirred up in the rough surf the past few days. It's looking good. No red tide. That's the best news. No red tide. I was hoping to see our dolphins come in here this morning, come in close to shore. Lately, this is the area they were favoring, right in here. This is the north end of Area 2 and Area 3 up here. They've been coming in closer to shore right around here. The water's a little deeper. And there's a large concentration of fish right along the shoreline here. Got to remember to look up as well. You never know if we're going to catch one of our ospreys up in one of these pine trees. Well, I'm surprised there's any conch shells on the beach this morning. There were so many of them yesterday. I figured all of our visitors would be scooping up with the conch shells off the beach yesterday, but nope, there's still some out here. The Florida fighting conchs. Well, actually, I see quite a few of them out here on the beach. Usually those are the first shells to disappear off the beach. It's quiet out here. Nice and peaceful again this morning. There are lots of little slipper shells out here this morning. There's a little slipper shell. Nice and smooth on the outside. And you flip it over. See how it looks like the little slipper? Or slipper shells. Here's another little baby pear whelk. That one's lost all its color. Kind of worn down, a little baby pear whelk. There's a piece of one of those big pen shells. This is so cool. This is just a little piece of one. Look at the colors on that pen shell. It's just a sliver of a pen shell, but look at the color. Isn't that beautiful? That iridescent glow that it gets. That is beautiful.
Ach echt?
There's a nice little pile of shells here in front of me. It's been well trampled. Well trampled, I can tell you that. See a little piece of a jewel box shell, half a little jewel box, half of a little jewel box shell. What? Just taking my time here. Lots of little coquina shells down here. The little coquinas. I don't know if you're familiar with those. These are the little coquina shells. Find them in all different colors. Yellow, green, orange, almost a purplish blue, white. That's a little coquina shell right there. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Have you noticed something weird this morning? Little tiny silverfish between where I walked on the beach and here. They're leaping out the water.
Oh, are they?
I
Something's
just-
chasing them.
No, I put two back,
I mean, they're coming up on the beach?
let right out onto the sand, one in front of me, and I put it back. Then the second one was lying there doing this, and I put it in, and it didn't swim off, so that's not a good sign.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't see. I saw big fish coming along, and I saw them all jumping out of the water,
Yeah.
like a big school of fish here,
Well,
chasing them.
They couldn't breed, so I hope the red tide's not coming back.
Yeah.
Because you know it's just north of here.
Oh, it's also down there.
Is it?
So, yeah, it's down by the pier. And
Oh, is it? I
Yeah.
didn't know that because I looked at the Florida Wildlife and Fish map, and it just showed red up kind of south of Sarasota.
it's very low down there, but
Yeah, it's low here, but it's still here.
yeah, it's this used to be one of the last places that would get it because the way this beach comes in,
Yeah.
and just the shape for some reason, it stays just offshore.
Right.
But
Oh, well,
yeah.
we can but hope.
Yeah, that's all we can do. There's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately.
Well, there is.
Huh?
We can stop.
How can we control red tide?
We can stop putting phosphates into the water.
Yeah.
Then they won't run into Lake Okeechobee, and then they won't run down the rivers into
Yeah.
the Gulf.
I think there's a lot more to it than that, though.
But that's part of it. What is
Nice
that?
little moon shell.
Oh, I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, people walk right by them. Some of them are just absolutely gorgeous. They call it a shark eye also because of that little eye.
Okay.
That's its nickname.
So, but it's really a snail shell, yeah?
Oh, it's a seashell.
Yeah, but isn't it
Yeah.
a sea snail?
Yeah,
something?
yeah, exactly. But they have something that's almost identical in the trees.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty.
Yeah. There's all kinds of neat little things out here.
Yep.
I always tell people to don't forget to look up in the trees too.
Oh, yeah. I saw a woodpecker yesterday with the red head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
So
got
they're
I
back.
got some
Nice.
pictures. I didn't bring my camera today.
A couple of years ago, we had a bald eagle out here for about a week.
Oh, really?
Yep. There's a bald eagle nest in Naples Park.
We've got two bald eagles always on the top of building one in the dunes.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, see that. Yeah,
I don't
before
know
they
if
built all
roost there,
that,
but
that was all.
I think they just sit up there.
Yep. There was a lot of them back here before they developed all this land. There was a lot of wildlife back there. There was
Yeah.
even panthers, black bears, panthers.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know how they got permission to build the dunes. It's awful.
You know how. Money gets you whatever you want.
See ya.
Yep. Yeah, I have not noticed any red tide out here today. Neither have any of the people that work here or the people sampling the water. But that doesn't mean that red tide can't pop up here. I mean, that wind we had that onshore breeze the past few days, and it was strong, and it definitely blew the red tide up onto the shores here. But I don't see any dead fish jumping around here, or dead fish on the beach, or fish committing suicide jumping out of the water. She said she saw fish jumping out of the water and up onto the beach. I saw some fish being chased by bigger fish, and that happens a lot here. Right along the shoreline, you'll see these little fingerlings, about this big, these little tiny pinfish. When the bigger fish come, usually it's snook chasing them along the beach. They actually jump out of the water and wind up on the beach. Then the birds come and get them. There's an old crown conch shell right there. An old crown conch. I'm just like backtracking here a little bit. We have a bunch of birds down where those couple white ibis were earlier. Now they're being joined. More white ibis flew in. There's some little snowy egrets. They are having a feast out here. There are a ton of little pinfish swimming along the shore here. And these little snowy egrets. Here, he's got one in its mouth right there. He's gonna swallow it down here. See, he just caught one. Having a little feast there. Easy pickings this morning. We dropped it. It was too big, I guess. Where's it? There's one of our ibis. That fish was too big for that little snowy. Where'd he go here? See if he catches another one. There was just a big school of fish swam by here. Oh, here comes another one. See if these guys, come on. You gonna catch something for us? There's another one scooting up there. Oh, they're just running along the beach here. The little snowy egrets. Oh, he missed. You know me, I love watching my birds in the morning. Some more white ibis have flown in here and joined those 4 we saw earlier. Nice little group of white ibis. Well, I guess the dolphins are not gonna come up here while I'm standing here. They're probably waiting for me to leave. They're probably hiding just offshore here. Being camera shy this morning. We just never know when those dolphins are going to come up here and put on a show for us. I'll tell you what, we have had some absolutely incredible dolphin sightings here. There's a nice little fighting conch shell. A little fighting conch. The tide is still slowly coming in here. 9:30's, about 9:30 is high tide. The water temperature is right about at 80 degrees right now. What are we going to find out here this morning? I already found a little moon shell. I was surprised to find a moon shell. I figured everybody would have scooped them up. We saw a lot of moon shells on the beach yesterday. Whelks, murex shells, moon shells. Great shelling day yesterday. Great morning shelling. Oop, there's one of our osprey, just went right by me there. Where's he going? Up to perch in this tree? Yeah, where's he going? Oh, he's coming back by me here. Where's it going? Oh, it's looking for breakfast. I hear another one down there. Ooh, just landed in the tree there. There's two ospreys down here. You can see the one. The second one's hard to see. I don't know where it is. One just landed in the tree. We'll go take a look at an osprey. Looks like it's up there drying its wings out. It's right up on that branch up there. Right up top there. Isn't that beautiful colors? The blues and those greens and the whites. Oh, darn it. One of my favorite shells there. Just a piece of one of them. The banded tulip shell. Just a sliver of a banded tulip there. Boy, lots of little whelks, little old whelks. This little old whelks, it's kind of contradictory, but it's got some nice colors on it. That's a nice little lightning whelk. That's a little one. I thought it was broken and worn, but no, that's a pretty nice little lightning whelk. Then, over here, somebody picked one of these up and showed it to me. Our friend Justine found one of these on the beach. And I can't remember for the life of me what these are called. Those are very neat little shells. I forget what the names of these are. It's not a barnacle. It looks like a barnacle, but it's not. We'll take a look at that osprey in a minute here. Yeah, yeah. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah. There's also one.
Oh, the other one's over there? I heard two of them.
Yeah. You can see it.
Yeah. They're beautiful. There's a little baby lightning whelk. We're going to take a look at the osprey here in a minute. I just want to get around to the front of it. It's right up to the right of me. See if I can get you a view of it here, Bear. I'm right at the end of the boardwalk at the north end of Area 3 here, and it's right up in the pine tree. Right up. Right up there. Good morning. One of our beautiful ospreys. And there's another one just behind me, up the beach a little ways. Drying its wings out. Must have just dove into the water and for a fish and missed. Absolutely gorgeous birds, those ospreys. Beautiful with that blue sky back there behind it. Wish it had some sunlight on it. It's looking out in the water, keeping an eye out for something to swim by. I was really hoping, really hoping to see a dolphin this morning. Nice and flat now this morning. The tide's coming in, so the water is deep right in this area here. There's a lot of fish. I've seen a lot of fish jumping out here. I was really hoping to catch a dolphin out here this morning. Where are you guys at? It's my two favorite things. Well, all right, I got three favorite things. I say two. I got three favorite things out here. I like seeing the dolphins is my most favorite. And I love birds out here. I love doing the bird watching out here. Just love watching the birds. And then the shelling. Birds and the shelling are kind of tie. If it's a slow shelling morning, I love watching the birds. There's one of our little snowy egrets up there on the beach. Okay, now there's supposed to be another osprey over here. I heard it calling out. There's supposed to be another osprey up here. I don't see it. I don't see it in those trees there. Maybe as I walk around them, maybe it's on the other side. What an absolutely gorgeous morning out here. It's beautiful. I see some pelicans hanging out there, sitting out in the water. Get a little closer to them. I'll try and zoom in on them for you. Get you a look at the pelicans. I don't see that other osprey. Oh yeah, I do. I see it. It's further down the beach. I'm trying to look in the trees. I'm looking out in the Gulf for the dolphins. I'm looking down at my feet for shells. A little bit of everything out here this morning. Still have not seen any dolphins. No dolphins yet. Quite a few. Seeing a lot of slipper shells out here. If anybody wants slipper shells in their collection, there is a lot of them out here. The little slipper shells. I was actually surprised this morning. Found a nice little moon shell already, a little lightning whelk and a little pear whelk. I figured everybody would have scooped up all the shells yesterday. I'm still trying to find a shark's tooth. Darn it. I know I walk by them all the time out here. all the time. People find some pretty big ones out here once in a while too. There's some of our pelican friends sitting out there. A little group of brown pelicans. Look at that boat cruising by on the horizon back there. Happy Sunday, everybody. Where's those dolphins? I am surprised we haven't seen a dolphin this morning. There's the other osprey up there. It's perched up on that branch all the way up there, up at the tip. All the way up there. We'll go get a closer look at it here in a minute. There's a nice little worm shell down here. Nice little worm shell. How are you guys doing today? Good, good.
I'm watching the walk while I'm doing the walk.
Are you? There's an osprey there. There's another one right down there.
Yeah, I just
two
heard
up there this
something about
morning.
that one.
There you are.
Our first time down there.
Oh, great. Where are you
Down,
from?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia?
Right outside of Philadelphia.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Beautiful weather. Beautiful
Yes, it
weather.
is.
This is like ideal here
We saw some dolphins yesterday at up in Lover's Key.
in Lover's Key. This is about the time they start coming by here, but I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, I heard you talking earlier about it. I don't see any dolphins.
I know. It's like, you never know. I mean, it's usually when I turn my back, one will be right here.
Yeah. And no shark's teeth yet, huh?
No, that's just me. I can never find them. You'll probably find one.
Got a couple good shells.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Yesterday was a great day for shelling. We had that rough water.
Yeah.
Brought a lot of stuff in. Now I'm going to show everybody the osprey. Give them a look at
Yep.
the old osprey. He's way up at the top of the tree here. I'm looking kind of into the sun here. It's hard to see. But it's all the way up on that top branch up there. We do have several osprey here. A couple of mating pairs. Hopefully we'll have some little baby ospreys this season. is so neat. I find it so neat meeting people here. Meeting Facebook friends here at the beach. That is so cool. A couple just said hi from Philadelphia. That was so neat. You see the pelicans sitting out there? Just waiting for a school of fish to swim under them. I want to get up the beach a little further, area 4, before the beach gets too crowded. I do see some birds sitting up there. I want to check them out before everybody shows up and scares them away. Lots of pieces of worm rock on the beach this morning. Lots of worm rocks. There's a couple right here. Cool looking stuff, the worm rock. See all the little worm tubes in there? Very, very neat. I found some really big hunks of that worm rock out here on the beach. Really big chunks. Boy, lots of little worm shells down here. Lots of little worm tips. The tips of the worm shell. Just piles of them down here. Piles and piles. Look at them all. Look at all those little worm shells. Oh. Thought I found a tulip shell, but no, it's got a big chunk out of the side of it. Darn it. Some of my favorite little shells there, the tulips. All I find are broken ones. There's the top of one of them right there. There's an old, looks like a piece of a murex. All kinds of broken things down here. There's a little shark eye. Look at that, just buried in there. If I didn't stop and look at those worm shells, I never would have found that little shark eye right there. Just buried upside down in that little pile of shells. Absolutely amazing. So I always say it's about stopping and taking your time when you're shelling. Whenever you just stop and look at a pile of shells, you're going to get rewarded. A big piece of a worm shell caught my eye over here. I stopped, looked down, and what do I find? A little baby lightning bug. Hear that osprey calling out in the background? Oh, now I got rewarded again for stopping. A little apple murex shell. The only reason I spotted these, the only way I saw them is because I stopped, because I'd stopped to show you that big piece of a worm shell there. And I found a little lightning whelk and a little apple murex. How cool is that? All little baby shells I'm finding this morning. All little baby shells. What's that down there? It's broken, but what is it? A broken pear whelk. Piece of a pear whelk. Nice colors on it. If you've been following along and paying attention to our beach walks, you'll remember the pear whelk has the opening on the opposite side over here, the opposite side of a lightning whelk. That's the easiest way to tell the difference between the two. Wow. There's a neat looking olive shell down there. A great looking olive shell. Look at that. Got a little like nick in it there. It's like it's starting to repair itself. That's a beautiful little olive shell. Just amazing how many gorgeous shells there are out here. All you gotta do is stop just for 1 minute. Stop for a minute. 2 murex shells. There's an older lace murex. There's a little apple murex. That one's busted up. Just incredible. Just because I stopped to smell the roses. There's an old Nautica shell there, similar to a shark eye. That one's pretty old and busted up. Quite a few olive shells out here. Quite a few olives. Lots of olive shells. Little conch shells. Little baby Florida fighting conchs. Quite an array of little seashells this morning. An old lightning whelk. Boy, lots of little fighting conchs on the beach this morning. Lots and lots of them. Everywhere. Everywhere I look, seeing those little baby fighting conchs. Nice olive shells. Boy, lots of olive shells on the beach today. Bigger ones. Bigger ones with the tips on them. Usually the tip's broken off. And lots of nice olive shells this morning. Any luck this morning? No. Uh-oh. I would have thought it was going to be good today with all those waves. Another little lightning whelk, a nice little baby lightning whelk. Another nice worm shell over here. Boy, all kinds of great stuff this morning again. Another great morning of shelling. It's mostly all little baby shells today, but so what? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of broken whelks. See, there's another whelk down there. You might have heard me ask someone if they had any luck this morning. That was our friends from Denver down here. Him and his wife there. They look for shark's tooth every morning. They never go home skunked. They usually at least find one. They haven't found any yet though. But they're looking. That's what they do. They look for the shark's tooth, not the shells. I try to find a shark's tooth, but I just never see them. They're out here. For some reason, I just can't spot them. I walk right by them all the time. Oh, did you see that pelican dive into the water? That was pretty cool watching them. Classic example. I'm walking, talking. Look at that. I walked by a little apple murex. I just happened to turn, and just the way it was laying, the light was hitting it just right. Another little apple murex. Finding a lot of these lately. A lot of murex shells. The only thing we haven't seen are our dolphin friends lately. I was really hoping to see them out here this morning. I really thought the water conditions were going to be right for spotting some dolphins today. I thought they'd be in up close to shore. You can see it's calmed down a lot over the past few days. It was pretty rough. That's why we're finding all these shells out here on the beach. Because of those waves we were seeing over the past few days. A couple seagulls flying around there. I just saw a big slipper shell and I lost it. I lost sight of it. I walked by it. I wanted to pick it up. I promised one of our friends here a bag of shells. She asked she can't come out to the beach because of a medical condition, and I told her I'd pick her up some shells and she's gonna stop by and pick them up. I've often thought about selling the shells that I find out here online, but the shipping is just such a pain in the neck. For the amount of money for a couple seashells, the shipping is just so much work and drives the cost up, because I'm definitely not driving anywhere and dropping a little box of shells off to be shipped. Our little snowy egrets here. Definitely clouding up there. It's supposed to rain maybe later today. So they say a slight chance of rain later this afternoon, especially south of Alligator Alley, which is quite a ways south of us. We're almost at the Collier County line. We're almost out of Naples there. This is North Naples where we're at. Boy, lots of fighting conchs on the beach. Lots and lots of them. There's two right there. Two fighting conchs, one on the left, one on the right. Another beautiful little olive shell. Beautiful little olive shell. I'm finding some nice olive shells about that size lately. broken Nautica. Just the top center of a Nautica shell. A little turkey wing. I gotta show everybody a turkey wing. What the heck? Thanksgiving's right around the corner. It's a little turkey wing shell. So guys, nothing, just swallowed it. We just swallowed a fish down. I didn't know they ate fish. What a beautiful Sunday morning. People out here shelling, walking the beach, enjoying the beautiful weather today. The high is going to be around 82 today. Started out down in the mid to low 60s this morning. Morning. Good morning. Everybody's usually pretty friendly out here at the beach. Our little beach community here. Yeah, that reminds me. If you're new to these beach walks, please introduce yourself to the group here. We'll let everybody know where you're walking along with me from. Watching from. Don't be afraid to join in any of the conversations that might get started here in the chats and the comments. That's what these beach walks are all about. I always remind people it's, you know, one, the primary reason for these beach walks are to keep everybody informed with the water conditions here in North Naples. I try to come out here as often as possible. Not every day, that's not possible, but as often as possible. So I try to keep everybody updated, but I also try to bring people together through these beach walks. It's a great little platform to meet new friends on. Social media, get it? Made a lot of great friends through these beach walks. A lot of great friends. It just constantly blows my mind when I'm somewhere, people go, "Oh, you're Rob from the beach. I see you on Facebook." I'm like, "Hi, and you are." And I try to remember everybody's names. I have a hard time. And there's thousands of people doing that. There's a piece of a little banded tulip, just the center of a banded tulip shell. Gotta get it to focus here. The sun just took a dive on us. So you're gonna focus. There you go. That's the stem, the inside part of a banded tulip shell right there. Another old, worn out, an old murex shell here. There's just so many great shells washing up on the beach lately. All kinds of interesting things. Lots of little cockle shells. Lots of little beautiful cockle shells. This is a cockle shell down here. A little cockle. There's a scallop. An old scallop shell. Hey, if you enjoy these beach walks, please hit the share. Hit the share button. Oh, here's something very cool. Now, cool, weird, I don't know, some people might say it's gross, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. This is the upper portion of a sail cat, the skeleton of a sail catfish that washed up here during the red tide and died and decomposed. That's the bone from its upper backbone. Okay, but when you flip it over, come on, focus here. I gotta get the, when you flip it over, they call this a crucifix fish. Can you see that? The crucifix fish? Is that not cool? From the skeleton of an old sail cat, the backbone, you flip it over and there's a crucifix. Pretty darn cool, isn't it? So many amazing things out here. So many things to be learned about. So many things we don't understand. We really know nothing about what lies in the bottoms of our ocean. They're virtually unexplored still. Isn't that amazing? Another nice little apple murex. We found lots of little apple murex shells this morning. There's another one. Wow. I don't know how many of those I've stuck in my pocket this morning. We've had 2 great shelling mornings in a row, yesterday and today. Both were a surprise. Was not expecting to find the things I did. Well, we have lost our sunlight. The clouds have rolled in here. Unfortunately. I do want to remind everybody here that I don't get paid to do these beach walks. I do enjoy doing it. I love all the friends that I've made here. I mean, it is fun walking out on the beach, but I do have bills to pay just like everybody else, and if anybody wants to make a little contribution, it is always welcome and appreciated. Not asking for tons of money here, just help pay the phone bill so I can keep the live feeds going and whatnot. But you can find a link to my PayPal account here in the description of this post if you do want to send a little something. Wow, here's a really cool shell. This is a horse conch. That would have been a nice little horse conch there. Focus. Trying to get it to focus for us. There you go. Nice little horse conch. Darn it, it won't stay focused. It's got no sunlight. Making it very difficult to focus. But what's cool about this horse conch is look at that. You can see the inside of it. That is very neat. You can look right down inside of this horse conch. I found one of these out here one time, almost 2 feet. Almost 2 feet long. Probably 20 inches long at least. But it had a live horse conch in it, so I left it out in the water. That's a cool little shell, the horse conch. I wish it didn't have that hole in the side. Somebody will collect that and pick that up just because it's such a unique looking little shell. All seagulls out here. All seagulls out here this morning. A couple little sandpipers mixed in, mostly seagulls. People have been finding a lot of sand dollars out here. Sadly, they're dead. More victims of the red tide. That red tide takes its toll on everything, not just fish. Sadly, it's still dolphins, manatees, a lot of our crustaceans. Just an ongoing battle lately, the red tide. Another neat little worm shell down there. There's a little baby olive shell. Little baby one. Found some nice olive shells this morning. It's just a little baby. And then I don't know what these are called. I can never remember the name of these things. They're so cool looking. They are so cool looking with that screw-like bottom on them. Just can never remember the names of them. No matter how many times somebody will tell me the name of it, I can't remember it. Old age, my lordy. Boy, there is a lot of... Well, something just scared all the little birds here. Startled them. Hey, you looking for a cheap breakfast? If you're anywhere up in the North Naples area, the Bonita Springs area, $7, a $7 breakfast buffet at the Bonita Springs VFW post. $7 for their breakfast buffet. What a deal. It's right up by the Naples dog track. Bonita Springs VFW post, 4254. It is open to the public on Sunday mornings for breakfast. Open during the week for lunch. Then they have a Friday night fish fry that's open to the public. Good value-priced meals. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just moseying slowly up the beach here. Keeping my eyes peeled for anything of interest. I'm actually up in area 4 now, up by our good friend Roy's pine trees up there at Roy's Beach. Surprised I haven't seen any sand dollars out here. Usually come across some sand dollars. But again, people tend to scoop those up rather quickly, but they miss all kinds of other things. There's a little piece of a moon shell, an upside down moon shell. It's got a big chip in it. Also, these are also called a shark eye. Come on. Just because of that dark eye there in the center, moon shell or shark eye shell. Little lightning whelk. I see another broken moon shell. I see its eye looking up at me on the beach there. Can you spot it down there? I see a murex shell down there too. Can you spot the shark eye? Right down there. There's a little murex. A little murex shell. Another little murex, little apple murex. All kinds of great little shells out here this morning. Broken tulip shell. I want to find a whole one of these tulips instead of broken ones all the time. Broken banded tulip. Oh, here's something very cool. This is very cool. This is interesting. This is an old cockle, a dead one, unfortunately, that washed up. Oh, there's nothing in it. A cockle shell. This is both sides of the cockle. This is something I love sharing with our friends here. This is something that one of my shell collecting friends taught me. So I like sharing it with all of our friends here. When you find a whole cockle, when you find both halves, if you turn it on its end, sideways like that, look at that, it makes a heart. See that? The heart. Can you see that? Use your imagination. The cockle heart. Isn't that cool? The whole little cockle shell. And the cockle heart. A lot of people don't know that. Both sides. See? I just taught you something. See a big worm shell over there. Nice worm shell. Looks like a... Yeah, boy, that's a thick one. Look at that. Nice little worm shell. I got another one in my hand with a little lightning whelk I've been carrying around. I found a lot of great shells. My pockets are full this morning again. I thought I saw a little baby moon shell. Yep. A little baby moon shell down there. Another broken one down there. Right there. Just incredible, all the shells out here. Oyster shells, old whelk shells, beautiful purple oyster shell there. Hey, while I got you on the line here, I want to remind you, if you ever plan on visiting Naples, or if you do visit, or if you live here, go to Nonstop Naples, nonstopnaples.com. Download the free app for your phone. That's something, another company I'm working with. They're putting together some discount packages, rewards programs. It's been slow getting people on board with the program, but we do have a few on there with us. Harold's Place down by the Coastland Mall, Harold's Place, Fujiyama, Club Sushi. Well, there's several others. I can't think of them right offhand here. But get that, it's free, it costs you nothing, so what do you have to lose? Save a little money. Big piece of a moon shell down here. Actually a Nautica shell. Big broken Nautica here. That would have been a gorgeous, gorgeous shell right there. Wish the sun was out. The colors really pop when the sun's out. It's kind of dull and flat looking right now. But we can't have everything. It's not snowing. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of our friends up north. Another little murex shell down here. I have found a lot of murex shells this morning. Another little apple murex. Wow. I just saw a piece of a big whelk sticking out of the sand, an old lightning whelk. Man, I'd love to find some big whelks. Look at that, that's a really old one there, just a sliver of one. Little seagulls. Still no dolphins. Dolphins are a fairly common sight here at Del Norwegians. Have not seen any for several days. There are so many shells piled up here. Again, I'm up in area 4. Right up by the pine trees where our friend Roy would hang out. But there are so many shells piled up here. Look at them all. It's all the way down the beach. I have found some great little stuff, great little things, little treasures, little gems. I'm gonna go a little further up the beach, a little further north up the beach. I found some great things up there yesterday, up to the north of us here. Finding some good stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Rob, how are you?
Good.
Oh yeah, there's a ton.
My pockets are full.
Yeah.
There's so many broken whelks. So
There
many
is,
broken
yeah.
ones.
There's a lot of small ones.
That's it. All the stuff people miss.
Yep.
I must have 20 murex shells.
Right. Oh yeah, I found 4 of them already.
Yep, they are everywhere.
Have a good one.
You too. It's amazing how, no matter how many people comb the beach, you just continue to find interesting things. It's just all about the lighting. Right now the lighting isn't very good, as you can see. We got no sun out here. When that sun pops up, it makes it a lot easier to find this stuff. You've been seeing lots of broken moon shells, and look at that, there's 2 broken moon shells there. Seen a lot of broken ones. Found some nice ones though. Got a couple nice little worm shells this morning. I keep those in my hand, and a little lightning whelk. I got a couple lightning whelks in my pocket, but they're pretty fragile. So I try not to put them in my pocket unless I have to. If a dolphin was to come by, they'd be in my pocket so I can use both hands on the camera to zoom in. So many of these beautiful little fighting conchs out here. So many of them out here today. The beach is just loaded with them. The little fighting conchs. Yep, they are all over. They are all over the beach today. Yep. Congratulations. Our friend there, she had never noticed the moon shells on the beach before, and I picked one up and showed it to her earlier. And she just walked back and showed me she had found her first moon shell. When they're upside down, they're hard to see. I just saw one. We walked by, a little baby one. Look at that. There's a little baby. I see several big broken ones, but there's a little baby. They're everywhere. There are so many little baby shells out here. A little baby pear whelk. That's a little baby pear whelk. All these worm tips. Oh, it's hard to see in the camera here, but they are just piled up everywhere. Lots and lots of worm shells. See them all? These worm shells. Cockle shells. Little pieces of worm rock. I'll wash the sand out of this little pear whelk. Nice little baby pear whelk. Look at this. When I say baby shells, like, look at this. Look how tiny this little conch shell is. Look at that little baby conch shell. Beauty. Beauty definitely comes in all sizes out here at the beach. Shapes, all shapes and sizes. Just like people. Just like people. I just walked by another murex shell. I'm going to leave it there for somebody else. But I'm not going to leave this. Another little nautica. Definitely got to put that in my pocket. Another moon shell morning. Yesterday found a lot of moon shells. This morning a lot of moons and nauticas. I wonder why. I wonder if the shells wash up on the beach in cycles. It is so nice finding the shells on the beach. For several months, all we were finding on the beach were dead fish. It was horrible. The red tide was just horrible out here. So many dead fish, so many marine creatures, so much dead marine life. Crabs. The crabs were just all up and down the beach. Dead crabs, dead fish, dead turtles. Dead sea turtles, dolphins, manatees. It was horrible this summer. Just praying that they can figure out a way to stop this. Hoping people will wake up and smell the roses and start taking care of our environment. Start being respectful stewards. Little skinny worm shell down there. There's a little skinny one. You see I got some fat ones there on the left. There's a little skinny mini. We're up in Area 5 now at Del Nor Wiggins Pass State Park, up at the very north end of the park. Had a really nice slow beach walk this morning. We saw a couple ospreys this morning. But again, the big news, another great morning of collecting seashells out here. Some beautiful olive shells. Oh, lots of moon shells, Nautica shells, murex shells, whelk shells. A great morning out here. And the biggest reason we found so many things this morning is because I'm really dragging my feet here, walking slow. Sunday morning, what the heck? A lot of people are at home. What a great way to spend your Sunday morning, especially if you're up north in the snow. Taking a walk on the beach with me in beautiful Southwest Florida. Yeah, the sun popped out there for a little while at least. It's kind of overcast here. The sun's coming in and out. Hey, do you enjoy these beach walks? If you do, tell your friends about them. Let them know what you're watching. Hit the share button. Hit that share button. Be sure to like and follow Southwest Florida Television. Okay, am I going to get lucky? I usually come up here to the north end where the beach kind of ends. This beach used to actually extend all the way out to here. But starting in September of 2017, Hurricane Irma just started chopping our beach away. Ever since then, only at low tide can you walk the beach here. You have to take the nature trail up in the trees to get around the corner to Wiggins Pass. At the very north end of the park up there. Okay, come on, one last little souvenir here before I turn around and start walking back down the beach. One last little souvenir. What's it gonna be? A murex, a moon shell, a whelk shell. I'm seeing them all down here. Looks like they're broken though. There's a little whelk shell over there, a little lightning whelk. Saw a little murex upside down there. Yeah, it's old and worn out. You just never know what we're going to spot as we walk back down the beach. With every little tiny wave, even these little tiny waves lapping on the shore, with every wave that hits the shore, there's something different to be found out here. You just never know. Nice bright sun. Nice big fighting conch shell down here. So there's lots of these on the beach this morning, the Florida fighting conchs. Lots of them out here. No shortage of them whatsoever. Maybe we'll get lucky and spot a dolphin on the way back. Morning. Good. But I'm just about run out of beach here. You can see all the erosion over here. Oh, watch that Ibis there. Sorry about that. There's a big pile of shells right around this tree here. Wow. That's something that needs to be investigated. You need to take some time and dig in there. Who knows what you're going to find buried in there? Well, let's start making the trek back. It's really warmed up a lot out here. It was 65 when I came out. Boy, now it's really warming up nice. Got a little pen shell here. A little baby pen shell. I'm sure you've seen these on our beaches. The pen shells, usually just half of one. Usually they have barnacles on them, all covered in barnacles. What a great morning we had. Just fantastic shelling morning again today. Yesterday and today. Fantastic. Other things you find here, you know, we've been picking up shells. We also find some nice little pieces of coral now and then on the beach. There's a little piece of coral. Oh, he's much better. He just can't come out to the beach.
Aww.
So he's very upset.
Yeah, I bet.
It's we really don't know how long it's going to be. I mean, the doctor wants his leg to almost be completely healed, 100%, before he comes back out here. He's not supposed to ever go in the water. They want him to stay out of the water and just stay on the beach.
How old is he?
He's going to be 94 in December. Yep.
Well, we've always looked for him every time we've been here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he'll be back. He's looking forward to getting back out here.
Well, good.
I just saw something down here.
Right in front of your foot.
I saw a little
Right here.
yeah, a little whelk there, and what else was there?
Cat eyes.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
found quite a few cat eyes.
Did you
today.
find some already this morning?
Quite a
Yep.
few of them.
Yeah, they're for some reason they were all over the beach
Yep.
the past couple days,
Yeah.
and the little whelks everywhere.
Yeah. That hole.
Yep, yep. A lot of broken
Want
ones.
it?
No, I got a pocket full
You got a
of them.
pocket full?
Yep.
Well, you tell Roy we'll be looking for
All
him.
righty.
He's
Have a
back
great
down.
day. Yep.
I'll be back down in February, so I'll look for him then.
All right. Sounds good. More of our Facebook friends. I just so enjoy running into people here on the beach that come down from up north and have been following us, following me, following Roy. You heard her talking about Roy. Everybody wants to know how Roy is doing. He's getting better and better and better, but he just is not allowed out on the beach yet. His doctor wants to make sure he's just about completely healed up before he hits this beach. Definitely looking forward to his return. This north part of the Del Norwegians isn't quite the same without our friend Roy up here. So what a fantastic shelling morning again today, folks. I don't know if I'm going to be out here tomorrow. I'm going to try. But do tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Make sure you like and follow the page here. And if anybody out there wants to make a little donation or contribution, I always appreciate it. Every little bit helps pay the phone bill. It's nice to see that once in a while. It lets me know people are really enjoying what I'm doing here. If you ever want to send a little something, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. In all the posts, and all the beach walk posts, and all their descriptions. So many of these little shells, cat eyes, whatever you want to call them, shark eyes. So many of them on the beach this morning. So many of them. All different sizes. Little broken tulip shell. Now that sun comes up, starting to see more and more things. It's making it easier to find. Look at that. Another one. Good Lord. And all the little baby shells we've been seeing this morning. Another little pear whelk. Oh, gorgeous now that the sun's coming out. And now it's going back in. Just made an appearance for a couple minutes. Partly cloudy here. You can see the cloudy skies. Thankfully though, still no red tide here. No red tide. I don't believe what I'm seeing up the beach. I see a boat pulled up to shore, pulled up to the beach. Totally against the law here. Wow, look at all those seagulls. Can you see them flying out there? Can you see them? Now they're turning around, coming back in. And all these little sandpipers down here in front of me. See the little sandpipers? You know what I call those? I call those the little beach mice. They look like little mice running around on the beach. See them all? It's a little flock of seagulls. Yep. Somebody came up a little too fast behind me there. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna zoom in down there. You see that? We got a boat offshore here, just off the beach. Totally against the law. There's buoys out there. You're not supposed to come in closer than the buoys. Somebody needs to call the ranger station and tell them you got some imbeciles out there in the boat. Looks like Area 3 beach. Somebody wants to give the ranger station a call here at Del Norwiggins. Tell them there's a boat on the beach in Area 3. We'll get out there and take care of business. Not allowed to even bring jet skis up onto the beach here at the state park. Hopefully somebody will give them the message. They're not going to give them a ticket, they're just going to tell them to move on. They're usually pretty nice about it. Good morning. Hi. Just a lot of people come down here to Florida and buy boats, and they don't familiarize themselves with the rules and regulations. Just like me, if I was to move up north, I'd have to study the rules and regulations. Every state has their own set of rules. But here, it's kind of obvious. I mean, there's markers all along the beach out in the water. Tells you don't pass, don't take the boat into the beach. So I guess you have to be able to know how to read too. Look at all these shells piled up here. Water's looking good. Now that the sun's out, you can kind of see down there in the water, get a little glimpse. Oh, tons of little fish swimming around down there. That's what the birds are after. The water looks great. The water is gorgeous. This guy just got a little fish. That little snow egret just caught a fish. The little snowy egrets. Beautiful little birds. Beautiful day out here, except we did not see our dolphins. I really thought we were going to spot them today. I really thought we were going to see the dolphins come into shore today. Well, the sun is shining. I'm going to spin around quick. I want to snap off one quick photo before the sun ducks in behind the clouds of our beach. Bear with me. I just like having at least one picture to share from this morning's beach walk, just so I can give you the link to the beach walk video on YouTube. Sometimes that quality on YouTube is a little better here on Facebook, especially for the replays. Yeah, there goes the sun dipping in behind the clouds again. Oh yeah,
I think about 4.
4 this morning.
Not very big.
Well, it's something.
Yeah.
I really thought you'd have a lot better luck here with all those waves.
I found a different one yesterday.
Really?
I looked it up and it was an extinct sand shark tooth.
Wow.
It was like this.
That's got to be
And it
worth
was
some
long
bucks there.
And skinny.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Throw
Never
it.
found something like that.
Bring it with you when you come back.
I will.
So we can show everybody. Because
will.
you do find those ones from the megalodons out here once in a while.
We found some nice size shark tooth.
Yeah. I mean,
How you been?
good. Yeah. It's starting to warm up again.
It is.
It was nice the past couple of days. Well,
You have a
good
great
luck.
day.
Yep. Wow. An old extinct sand shark tooth. That'd be interesting to see. They come out, him and his wife come out here, and that's all they do is look for shark's teeth. Said they only found 4 today. This beach is not known for finding shark's teeth. I mean, you can find them all along the beaches of the Gulf Coast. Up to the north of us at Venice Beach, that's where they're very prolific. People find a lot of shark's teeth up there. Makes you wonder about swimming up there. If the beach is covered with shark's teeth. But I don't know, it feels like it's been a long beach walk this morning. My beach walks usually average about an hour and 15 minutes. I think it's been a long one this morning, but it was a good one. We had fun shelling. Definitely had a great morning shelling. Very successful morning. The water's beautiful. Definitely can see that emerald green color this morning that the Gulf of Mexico is known for. Oh, how interesting. I get up to the beach where that boat was and he's moving away from me. I was gonna run him off. Here, I'll give you a look at the water's edge here. You can see all the little shells. See that little shelf right down there? Right where the waves are breaking. That's where all kinds of interesting things accumulate, along that little shelf. That's where our friend Bill from Canada, he finds his shark's teeth, right along that little shelf, just out in the water there. Absolutely beautiful. $80 degrees is the water temperature right now. 80 degrees. The air temperature is supposed to get up to about 82 today. Good morning.
Here we go. Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Little boys and sand. Boy, I remember when I was a little kid how I loved coming to the beach, and guess what? I still do. I still love it out here, as you may have noticed. Well, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't see any of our little dolphin friends out here today. It's been a while now. I haven't seen them for 4 or 5 days. Doesn't mean they're not here. They're just not right here in front of me. They're out there, probably out in a little deeper water. There's a good chance they'll be by sometime today. If you were to hang out here all day, odds are you are going to see some dolphins. It's a beautiful beach. I'm stuck in the shade here. You can see the sun up to the north of us there. I don't know if you can see them. There's 4 little snowy egrets up there on the beach. Let me see if I can zoom into them a little bit. I don't know if you can spot them up there. One's walking towards the water. 2 of them. They blend in with the sand, darn it, over there. Let's see if you can see. One walked right over to the water's edge there. Here comes the second one. So great seeing families out here enjoying this beautiful park. It's a nice little look up the beach. You can see the condos up to the left there. That's Fort Myers Beach. Pretty amazing. What a great view this morning. It was me and taking my pictures again. Sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like the sun's going to be peeking in and out from behind the clouds for the rest of the day today. Supposed to have a slight chance for rain this afternoon. They said the odds are better to the south of Alligator Alley, which is pretty far down to the south of us. Snap off one more quick picture here. Absolutely gorgeous. That sun popping out now. One of our ospreys, I think one of our ospreys is probably sitting up in the pine tree up there. Let me see. No, it's not on its branch. Where is it? It's not in its usual perching spot. Beautiful blue sky out there with those white clouds. Comes a pelican. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it coming in from the right, just hovering above the water. I don't know if you saw it go right to left there. There are little snowy egrets out here in front of me. So I'll get a picture of them. So beautiful when the sun pops out. It really makes the colors stand out. Very radiant when that sun comes out. Now it's dipping behind the clouds again. Well, hey, did you have a good time following along this morning? Did you make any new friends? I hope so. Be sure to tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Do take the time to check out all of my photos and videos. Some great shots of different things at the park here. If you want to make a little contribution, whatever, that's always appreciated. Just lets me know that people enjoy what I'm doing here. A little confirmation. I can find my PayPal account, a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. Look at that sky. Look at that. Is that not beautiful with the greens and the blues and the whites? Just absolutely gorgeous. Just that sun just popped out for just a little bit there and really brought the colors out. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Sunday wherever you are in this big, beautiful world we live in. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.